Hello guys, this is Sambhu from Cloud Tech. Hope you guys are doing well. I am also doing well. Today our agenda is about AWS load balancer. So we'll talk about more details on this. And one of our friend requested about that AWS load balancer. So what today our agenda is we'll talk about what is AWS load balancer, and then we'll take some one architect diagram how it will be looks in that deep details, and I will explain all these things, and then type of load balancer. Then we'll do some hands-on about this load balancer. Let's move on to the topic. So what is load balancer, right? So basically load balancer is in AWS what purpose we can use it to control the traffic or to maintain the traffic or to route the traffic to particular app server or EC2 instance, right? For that purpose only we are using the load balancer. For that, what it will benefit, end user will get response very quick, right? So for that only it will be benefit, your application performance will be very good if you are configuring the load balancer. And in my previous video, I was talking about about the auto scaling. So load balancer and auto scaling both, if you use right, so it will be your application performance will be very good. So that's the purpose of the load balancer, and that's we call the load balancer to manage the traffic. Okay. So guys, if you not yet watched my previous video about the auto scaling, so please take a look at, and if I will provide that video link in the description so that you can take a look at that. So now we'll talk about this is the architect diagram where what I am taking two EC2 instance. One EC2 instance I have deployed in subnet 1A, and another EC2 instance I have deployed in subnet 1B. And this entire thing is I have deployed in US East 1, like a Virginia region. And before this EC2 instance, right, on top of the EC2 instance, I have taken that elastic load balancer, which will control the traffic from the end user, right? If you see here in the green color, one end user, and one blue color also one end user, right? From there, from these two different places, the request is coming first to the load balancer, and load balancer will decide the request has to go which server, US East 1A or US East 1B. So for that, what we will do, we'll create in our AWS console, I will do show you the hands-on, right? I will show you how we can manage this thing by using AWS load balancer, this kind of request. Okay. And there are different type of load balancer in AWS available. One is the application load balancer, and this load balancer basically we used HTTP and HTTPS, and one of the load balancer like network load balancer, which is we short form we used to call as a NLB. And this load balancer, network load balancer, basically we used for the purpose of if you would like to make your application more secure, and if you would like to make your application like a centralized security purpose, right? TLS, SLS, or TCP, right? This kind of protocol it used to support in that network load balancer. And then we have another load balancer called as a gateway load balancer. This is like a public, or we can say like third-party application. If you would like to manage, or if you would like to make the more secure the third-party application, for that purpose, we are using that gateway load balancer. Basically, from the public, right? If you want to talk to your private subnet or VPC, right? Then on top of that private VPC, we used to take that internet gateway, right? That is nothing but the public access, right? So similar kind of public, if you would like to make your public or third-party application more secure, then you should choose the gateway load balancer. And I hope end of this session, guys, it will be really helpful to you guys. And whoever requested about this AWS load balancer, right? I hope you guys will definitely get benefit, and you will get some clear idea about end of this session. And let's do with me like a hands-on. For that, what you need to do, you need to create, you have your own AWS account, and then you're good to go. If you don't have AWS account, guys, please watch my previous video how you can set up that AWS account, and it's completely free. You can use in free tier also. I have explained that also you can check. And one more thing, guys, like this load balancer, basically it's a combine of auto scaling also. So if you not yet watched my previous video about the auto scaling, I would like to request you guys, please watch that video also. I will give all the details in the video description, all the links, so that it will really help to you guys. And after end of the session, I hope you guys will get benefit. And if you have still any feedback, doubt, please put your comment in this comment section. I will address those. Okay, so let's go to the hands-on demo. So this is our AWS account. This is my console, and I am now in the Virginia region. So this is like I was talking in the diagram. I was explaining, right? US East 1, and this video is requested by this guy. So I hope this guy will be benefited this. And so for what we will do as per architect diagram, we have to create a 2 EC2 instance, and that will be 2 different subnet. Okay, so let's go to the EC2 console, launch EC2 instance. And something like that. Okay. Name I gave like this. I have taken that default Linux, and this is the FreeTag T2 micro, and I would like to select that key which I have already have, and the network setting, right? So I have taken that VPC, this one, so you can select that. So this is the default VPC. If you have your own VPC, you can choose that also. It will display if you have any VPC. And then we have to select that security group, and have to select the subnet also. Here no preference, right? So it will take by default some subnet. And in this region, right, we have multiple subnet. And if you are in the Mumbai or Pacific region, there could be less subnet. So let me choose one like US East 1, okay, 1A. So as per the architect diagram, and let me go to that advanced settings. What is the advanced details we have here? Many things we have, IAM role, all these things we can do. So if you not yet watch my previous video, you can take a look into that. So let me go to the user data section directly. I will keep all as a default here. And for the user data section, I have written some sample code here. So let me take. In my next subsequent video, I'll give demo like AWS Lambda, because some of my friend requested the step function. So step function with the Lambda. So I will talk about that. So please keep in touch with my channel so that you will get all the latest update from this video. Okay. So I have done everything here. So let me just preview one more time. Okay, I am good. Launch. And this is the server 1, right? App server 1. Okay. Now this one. Our EC2 instance launch is done. I will, as per the requirement, I will launch one more instance. So let me launch another EC2 instance. Okay. I will take 2. If it is a multiple server, you can that also you can register in that load balancer. So how we can register this server, I will show you in that after some time. So let's see. So I have selected this one, keep here. Let me select that this one, cloud tech, and the network settings. Let me select that D as per the architect diagram, right? And then enable and security group. I have already one security group. Basically, this security group, I allow everything like SSH, HTTPS, everything it is there. So if you not yet watch my about the security group, you can take a look at that also, like how the security group is to make secure your application. The advanced settings, and I will not do anything here. I will kept as it is default. Go to the user settings, user data, right? Guys, this user data is kind of data like what we can do, like it's like when we are launching your application, right? After launching application, you can connect and you can do all this setup. But this is like a place where you can during that application launch, right? If you would like to like do some setup, or you would like to run any software, or if you like to install anything, So by using this user data, we can manage that. So what I am doing here basically in this, when the instance will launch, right? I am just updating that instance first. Then I am installing HTTPD. Like this is like Apache one like server. By using this server, Apache server, web server, what I can use, I will launch one. This is one HTML page, right? I am launching that HTML page to this var of www.html and index.html in this file, right? I am copying that. Then I am starting that server HTTPS, and then I am enabling that HTTPS. Basically, this is a web server, right? So that by using that, we can kind of like check like web page we can check, like a static web page we can check. Okay. So let's, I think I have done here. Let's quickly preview it. Server name. Here, this is done. Security done. And this EBS all I am just keeping as default. I'm not extending anything. Everything is the default. Only I have changed here user data. Okay. And I would like to change these two also, like app server 2. Okay. So let's launch this instance. Now our instance is launch is done. If you want to check like whatever we gave, right? If you copy this DNS and if you hit here, so we can able to see that whatever that user data we have given, right? If you check our user data, right? User data, what we are doing, user data is this is the title, simple HTML actually, and then I have given one like a paragraph or a href kind of thing here, paragraph. Then one more paragraph I have written. So same thing it is displaying in that web page. Welcome to the load balancer demo app server 1 from Cloud Tech, and then here I have given message, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any video from our channel. Thanks. And the title it is displaying here. If you see in the title bar in this page, right, you can able to see. And let me check that other instance also, how it is behaving. This is app server 1 and this is app server 2. So this is app server 2, right? So let's go to the load balancer. So this load balancer, before this load balancer is the managing the traffic, right? But what traffic it has to manage, right? So that is the target, right? So we have to first specify the target, like which all server has to be managed by this load balancer, right? It can be multiple target also can be managed by this load balancer. So let's see here, like let's create one target group here. So target group, that I will take the instance type as a EC2 auto scaling, and then here target group name, let me give demo target group. Okay. And port, let's keep as a 80, and then default and HTTP health check. And here we can give that our page, right? Index.html. Next, I will keep all as this tag are optional. Advanced health check, I will keep everything as a default. I will not change anything here. Let's go to the next. For this target, now we need to select like which all service, like a server you would like to include this target, right? Which all these are the two server is running in currently. So whenever that request is come to through the load balancer, so load balancer will like forward the request these available these two servers. Okay, so let's include that server to here, and then the target. Okay, now our target group creation is done. Now let's go to the load balancer. Create a load balancer. I was talking about, right, different kind of load balancer, and then here we have one more load balancer, that is a classic load balancer. It was like a previous generation load balancer, and here we used to like a different kind of HTTP, HTTPS, TCP, SSL. Okay, but today I will talk about application load balancer. So let's create the application load balancer, which will manage our HTTP request, right? These two HTTP or HTTPS requests, right? These two server, right? So let's go to the load balancer name. LB. Okay, LB is the short form of load balancer. And then I will take like public internet. Now I will not go to the private one. So I have enabled that public internet. Okay, that public IP address basically, and then IPv4 I will select. And here we need to take the default VPC and like a minimum two subnet we have to select here. Otherwise, it will not allow you to create this load balancer. It will throw an error. Let me show you that too also. Let's select that security group which we have already, and then this one, and let me select this target. Okay, and tag all I will not keep. I was talking about, right, multiple target you can add here. So if you want multiple target, you can add the multiple target. Just click here. It will allow you to add one more target. If you have another target, you can add that too also. So since I have only single target, so add here. And if you would like to add multiple listener, that also you can add the multiple listener by just clicking here. Now I am adding only single listener here. Okay, and add-on service if you have anything, so I will keep as it is, and tag I will keep as it is. I will not change. Let's try to get. It will throw an error. It will say like please select at least two subnet, right? So we have launched our two app server. So one is running from 1A and another one is running from 1B, right? So let's select that too also. 1B, right? Now go to this. If you see, right, our EC2 instance, that is running by 1A and 1B, right? So let's create this one. Now view load balancer. So it is in provision state. So it will take few seconds to complete this provisioning. Meantime, I will show you like our EC2 instance have two different subnet. Let me show you that. How we can check, right? So let me show you that. Click on this EC2 instance. And if you just select one EC2 instance, and here if you networking, right? Here if you see here like public address, and here is the subnet, right? If you see the subnet ID 4B, right? And one more EC2 instance we have. Let me select that. So it's kind of the system getting hang. Sorry for that. Okay. Just this. Select the second instance. Okay. I will show you that subnet is the different. See here networking, right? If you click here networking, see like different subnet. That is on B, right? And this is 30. Okay. So let's see our load balancer, how it is. It is provisioning done or not. So still it is in provisioning state. Yeah, now it is active. We are good to use this load balancer. Let me show you that. This load balancer have one DNS. So if you hit this DNS, right, it will we are good to access that our whatever these two page we have created, right? These two static web page, right? We are good to access those two static web page. Let me show you that. Now we are in that server 2, right? If I refresh or if I hit again, it might be get 2 or might be get 1. It is by load balancer already it is managing, right? Same message I have kept here. Welcome to load balancer demo app server 1 or 2 from the cloud tech. And if you click again, see it is changing here. So now load balancer is deciding the traffic has to go from which to which server. So this is the magic of about the load balancer. It is really helpful, these features in AWS which is providing. So by this way, we can achieve our application performance, or response has to come very fast to the end user. So hope this session will help to you guys. And if you like, and please share with your friend. And if you like, please subscribe my channel, so that in our all the latest update, whatever video will upload in this channel, right, you will get. And so we'll see you guys in next video. Next video I will demo like how we can use the AWS Lambda function for EC2 instance, like to save the cost, like non-business hour, how we can stop our EC2 instance, and business hour, how we can start our EC2 instance. So keep touch with me, like just subscribe to channel so that you will get all the latest update. Thanks. Bye. See you guys in next video.